Guys, welcome back to Tila Fashion. So a while back I had the pink version of this suspender shorts go viral, and I promised to make a tutorial on this, so that's what today's video is going to be about, me recreating it into this purple suspender shorts. So make sure to stick around for this tutorial. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and let's get right into it. So I created a size chart for this style, and measuring the child yourself is going to be way better because it will be customized to fit them. But if you don't have access to measure the child, then you could use this as a guide. I measured 1.5 inch from the top of the pattern paper to serve as allowance for the trouser band. Then I took the waist circumference or the round waist measurement and divided it by 4, and I added 1 inch seam allowance and marked that from the center front. Now I'm taking the crouch depth from the 1.5 inch I've marked initially, and the crouch depth is 5.5 inches. At this point, normally for adults, you're supposed to take the laps divided by 2 measurement and mark it down, but I don't have that measurement, and since this is for a 3-month-old baby, I just went ahead and extended that crouch by 1.5 inch. So next I measured the length of the short, and don't forget that you're not including the 1.5 inch at the top because that's allowance for the band. So you measure from the 1.5 inch for the length, and after measuring the length I also added 1.5 inch at the bottom for the allowance to fold in the bottom ends. Then I also extended that point at the crouch down to the full length. Then I'm just curving out the crouch. So I've cut out the front piece and I'll use it to cut out the back piece. So for this style, the front side of the short has like a normal band and the back has an elastic band. So I'm going to be extending the back piece by 3 inches from where the front piece stops. And then I'm also just marking out where the crouch line is so I can bring the 3-inch line down. Instead of making the back piece straight or flat at the top, I'm going to extend it by 1 inch at the center back and then connect that to the sides to accommodate for their diapers. Then I'm also taking 1.5 inch at the back crouch, and I'm going to extend that line down. So after this, I will cut out the back piece. So I'm going to separate this and use the front piece to cut out the suspenders. I'm folding in the top and bottom allowances so I could have an exact measurement, and I just grabbed another pattern paper, and because pattern paper was not enough, I wanted it folded at the top. I had to use my tip to join it. So in order to measure the suspenders, I'm going to start by placing the shorts on the new pattern paper, and then I'm going to mark the full length, the measurement from the shoulder up till where the shorts would stop, and I'm going to mark where the points where the shorts meet the suspenders on the pattern paper. Instead of cutting it out at the points where the short starts, I went ahead to add an allowance, and I added an allowance of 2 inches, but later on reduced it to 1 inch because I felt like 2 inches was a lot, and the point of the allowance is so that the suspenders can overlap on the shorts. So right now I'm cutting the width of the suspenders to be 1 inch to avoid confusion. So that's how wide it's going to be. And because for the suspenders there are 2 parts, one gathered elastic part and one plain straight part. So that gathered elastic part at the back, I cut it out to be 6 inches and I left the rest to be the straight plain part. So these are all the pieces I have now. Now I'm just going to go ahead to cut out the pocket. So I just cut out this piece of pattern paper that is 5 by 5 inches, and then I'm just taking one end to make it triangular, to give it that triangular shape. And to give it the triangular shape, I'm taking 1 inch from the sides. So first I'm cutting out the short pattern on this elastic crepe fabric. And I wish I didn't even use an elastic fabric for this style because it ended up giving me issues. Anyway, but this is what I have after cutting out the shorts, and I'll just go ahead to start sewing. So I'm going to sew separately the front piece together and the back piece together by the crouch, and I'm not sewing the entire crouch. I'm just sewing about 5 inches from the start. up till the point where it starts curving. Then I'm going to stop. So I'm doing that for the front and the back. Next, I'm notching the top and bottom allowances, so I have an idea of where it's supposed to start while I do or I sew other parts of the shorts. Then I'm going to come over to the front piece to make the pockets, and I'm attaching fake pockets because what do babies need pockets for? But yeah, on the length of it, I'm going to notch 4.5 inches, and on the width, I'm going to notch 1.5 inch. So this is how it will look when it's folded in. Then I'm going to grab another piece of fabric that is at least 2 inches wide, so it covers up all the space there. And then I'm going to place that underneath and just arrange it in a way that it will form back the 1.5 inch that I've taken out. Then I'm going to sew on top of it. So this is what I have now. I'll just go ahead to trim out all the edges and the extra fabric inside. And then after that, I can go ahead to fold in and sew the top allowance. Another way to go about this is to take off the allowance and take off about 1 inch and use another piece of fabric and use that as the band and attach to the shorts. But for this style, I'll just be folding in the allowance. So this is what I have after sewing in the top and the bottom allowances. Now on the back piece, I can go ahead to attach the real pockets. So I'm going to go ahead to fold the pockets in, and I'm also going to iron them because it's way better sewing them when you've already ironed them because it's easier to sew that way. This is what I have after sewing the edges of the pocket, and I sewed it about 1 cm on the sides, the top a little more, and I reserved space at the very edge because that is where I'm going to be sewing to join the pockets to the back piece. So I measured to make sure that both pockets are equally positioned. Then I'll go ahead to sew this down. Now I can go ahead to fix the elastic band to the back piece, and I measured it to be 1 inch shorter than the waist divided by 2. And I'm going to use a safety pin to pass it through the channel. So I went ahead to sew down the 2 edges that I previously secured with office pins. Now I'm going to go ahead to join the front to the back by the sides. After joining the sides, I can then go ahead to join the laps area, that's the inner laps area, front to back for each side. After doing that, I can then go ahead to close off the crouch area. So this is what I have after sewing the shorts. I can go ahead with the suspenders now. So I went ahead to make the suspender straps. I first made 2 that has 1 end sewn in. The straps are 1 inch wide. Then I also made 1 more that's open on both ends. And that will be the strap that will contain the elastic. So I'll just go ahead to attach the elastic now. So I turned in the elastic suspender strap inside out, and now I'm going to measure my elastic band to be 1 inch longer than its initial length, which is 6 inches. So I'm measuring out 7 inches, and I'm going to place this at the edge and sew a line across. This is what I have. Then I'll go ahead to turn it inside out with the elastic. Just make sure you're holding that end with the elastic in it so the elastic doesn't fall inside of it. Then you go ahead to secure it by sewing or with a pin. I took the length of the front suspender straps from the pattern paper and I'm just cutting it out to be that length. Now I can go ahead to arrange this and sew this together. So I'm going to sew this by slightly folding in the edges so the rough edges are not out. Then I'm going to place the elastic strap in between the other two straps and then sew. And I'm just sewing a box across. At this point, I can go ahead to attach my buttons, which will hold the suspenders. I have 2 big buttons and 1 small one. And the big buttons I'm going to attach on the front side of the front piece at the band. The small button I'm going to attach on the inside of the back piece at the band. I'm hand sewing the small button in a way that the thread won't show on the front side of this back piece, and I'm just slightly picking the fabric on that band. Now I'll go ahead to make my buttonholes. I'm using my normal stitch for this because my sewing machine doesn't have a buttonhole function. So if your sewing machine has a buttonhole function, you just go ahead to use that. So I'm making bigger holes on the 2 front straps, and on the elastic strap I'm making a small hole because that's going to be for the small button. I use my razor blade to carefully open up the buttonholes without exceeding the lines that I've sewn. And yes, that is all for this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so you get notified each time I post. Like this video so it can get recommended to other people. Share this video to someone that might find it helpful. And if you have any questions or suggestions, you can leave them in the comment section. Thank you, and I'm going to see you in my next video.